or you're an owner operator or a freight dispatcher and you're looking to see how can you, or if it's even possible for you to make anywhere from $10,000 gross to $20,000 gross per truck OTR running freight every single week consistently. Well, in this video, I'm going to break down how I do just that. Stay tuned. Let's jump into the video. Okay, so first thing first, for those of you that don't watch my videos and you never probably even seen me before on YouTube, my name is 𝐊𝐿𝐾 with Trucking to Cash Flow. I do have a small fleet and I do help out other owner operators and freight dispatchers as well. If you go back and look at some of my videos, you'll see how much we're grossing every week, you know, per truck or all trucks or et cetera, right? I mean, averages out anywhere from like, you know, right around $10,000 a week average. The reason why I'm saying average, because sometimes we make, you know, up to $20,000. This year, we haven't cracked the $20,000 a week within 7 days as of yet, but it is possible and it definitely can happen. All right, so definitely go check out those videos. So the first thing is this: a lot of owner operators and freight dispatchers, they just don't have this. The mindset that they're in, they're very negative. First thing is, they don't believe that it's even possible. They go straight into the business with a limited belief. They're in the Facebook groups, they're on social media groups, they're on YouTube, and for some reason, they're watching a lot of what I call fear porn, right? So what they're doing is they're getting these seeds planted in their mind that 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, whatever a week, it's not even possible, right? Because they're looking at all of the ones that's quote unquote not doing it, right? And they're complaining about how bad trucking is, how horrible trucking is, how all these truckers are going out of business. Like most of the videos that you would Google about trucking right now, like the high ranking and viewed videos are all negative, right? I can call some channels out, but I'm not going to do that. But they're all negative, right? It's just the way that the algorithm works. They reward, I don't know, negative videos or whatever. But their mindset is just off. So they don't even do none of the rest of the stuff that I'm going to explain in this video, because they don't even believe in the beginning that it's even possible, right? So their mindset is just off. Yeah, so that's number one, you know, the mindset and like believing, okay? You know, the next thing is being an owner operator or being a freight dispatcher, being in the business of freight, and you have to deal with brokers. Stop thinking and believing that the broker is your enemy. Like, the broker is not your enemy. You're probably your worst enemy when it comes down to this business because of mindset and a lot of the things I'm going to break down. But the broker is not your enemy. The broker is basically like your partner. Now, they can have some bad partners, or they can have partners that's better than others. But think about it. Like, you're calling up brokers, or you're doing business with brokers. You're tapping into their space with brokers to make money, and you want them to pay you money, right, for a service that you're going to provide, but you're already going into it negative, right? You already have an attitude. You already believe that they're not going to give you the money that you're asking for, or that you're telling them that you want. So it's just a lose-lose. So definitely fix your mindset around brokers, right? So I'm very positive when it comes down to dealing with brokers. I get on the phone with them. I have a great attitude. You know, I'm very confident in the service that I'm going to provide to them. And I already believe in my mind, and kind of like I like demand that they pay me what I believe me and my guys is worth, period. And if not, you know, it's not personal. Hey, look, you know, we just can't move your load, you know, because we need to get paid a certain amount of money and you're not paying that money, right? Another thing is, I put in my mind, you know, my drivers need me, right? My team need me. I already have it in my mind that I have a job to do. I can't quit. I have to give it my best because my people have to make money, period. I don't go into it worrying about myself. If I was to go into dispatching and basically running logistics, worrying only about myself and how much money I make, well, everything will be off, because the owner operators probably wouldn't make too much of a profit, because I'm only looking for loads that's for me, that's mostly beneficial for me. My guys, who's company drivers, which our company model is not really like a company model, it's more like a lease purchase owner operator type of a style. But they might not be too happy, because I might look at a load and it's like, oh, well, that load pays the most, so we're going to take that load. But it might be like a tarp load. It might be going in Bronx, New York, downtown. It might be, all kind of craziness, right? So I don't look at it like that. I don't go into it like that. So that's mindset, right? So the next thing is that helps me a lot is my tool set. I have a lot of tools. Well, at least I think, maybe not that many, but I have tools that I use that helps me out a lot, right? In my opinion. Some people say that they don't use it or they don't pay for it or whatever, but the tools that I use is, number one, you have to have a great load board. I'm in the open deck space, right? I don't deal with drive-ins, reefers, box trucks, none of that other stuff. I know I say that a lot, but I just want to make sure that everybody knows my trucks don't haul that. I don't dispatch other people that deal with that. Not interested for my reasons. I deal with open deck space, mostly oversized and overweight, right? Specialty free, specialty deck free, period. So with that being said, my favorite load board that I think, in my opinion, is the best is Truck Stop. All right, now Internet Truck Stop. Okay, that's a tool. All right, that's a tool that I use, that I leverage online to help me get loads. All right, there's other ways that you can get loads. You can just have a list of brokers and call them. You can send out emails. You can go to direct shippers, whatever. Now, a lot of people, they kind of talk about how, negative people, they'll talk about, oh man, you're running load board free. What would you do if you didn't have a load board? Like, really, why would I not run load board free? I can just go online, look at, the loads is just waiting for me, sitting there waiting for me, with the prices, with the lanes, with all the information. I don't even have to get, it's all there. And I just click on it, click a button, call them, agree to the rate. Boom, I get an email with a carrier packet, a rate confirmation, and we're done. We got the load. I don't have to make a bunch of phone calls. It's like a lot of other stuff, like I'm leveraging technology. Why not do that? That's crazy. But anyway, to all the haters on, with load boards. But another tool that I use is what's called DAT Connect, right? I think that's what it's called, DAT Connect or whatever. I think that guy with, I forgot the guy's name. I'll try to get it and link it below or put in a video or something. But basically, when you click on, it's like a Chrome extension. So basically, I don't have to type up an email or anything like that. I don't have to click the email, then put something in the subject line and then type up this email, right? All I have to do is I have a pre-template email with all, asking for all the information that I'm looking to get. And once I click the button, boom, it sends them an email. And then they just respond. Not everybody doesn't, right? But a good bit do. So if I'm on the phone, okay, with one person, I might be, sometimes I'm on two phones at once. I'm on one phone and I got this phone going. I got one person on hold, and then I'm probably looking up a route or whatever. But my horn went off on my load board, right? My signal, my alert, right? I might need to get in contact with this person for this load, but I don't have time to type up an email. Bam, I just click a button, email sent off, right? Another thing is this, click the call, right? Now, everything what I'm telling y'all is for a home-based or office-based dispatcher. All of this stuff, most of this stuff is not for an owner-operator that's trying to get loads from their phone. It's going to be kind of a different strategy. This is mostly for someone that's sitting at a desk or sitting at home, they're on a laptop, they have a phone, and they also have a separate phone as well, right? But click the call, right? I do have a phone service, another phone service, and I have clicked the call on it, right? And what that does for me is basically I have a totally separate phone that with a totally separate number that when I click this button, bam, it's gonna dial them immediately. Anyone that's trying to dispatch from their cell phone, no knock on it. If that's the only way you have right now, handle your business, do what you got to do. But for people who have the resources and can get what I'm talking about, you slip it. All right. I will get the load before you almost every time, because you're trying to, especially if you're on an operator and you're trying to drive and you're scrolling, like, you're just not going to get the load before people like me, because when the load pop up, it's going to alert me, number one. It's not going to alert, it's going to alert you on your phone, but it's probably not going to make any noise, anything like that. You're driving, you're doing a bunch of stuff. I'm sitting in front of a computer. My other people are sitting in front of a computer. And when they hear it, they're going to see it, they're going to click a button. Bam, it's going to start ringing. I'm talking about ASAP, like fast, right? So speed, right? That gives me a lot of leverage to leverage speed, right? Leveraging that technology, you know what I'm saying? And not another thing, with my phone system, I have a texting system with it as well. So like with those, it just makes things a whole lot easier to be able to text, call, and have all these different functions from this system. All right. That's basically my tool set. So the next thing is skill set. All right. Now, the reason why I have this here about skill set is this. A lot of people think they just gonna come out here, they're gonna buy a truck, they're gonna get a trailer, and they're just gonna come start making 10 or 20 grand a week. Like, without any skills. They don't really work that way. Or being a dispatcher and they're gonna like get some clients and they're gonna dispatch anywhere from $10,000 to $12,000 a week. You might not make $5,000. Like, you might struggle trying to make $5,000 a week, all right? And the reason being is because these other things, but also because you don't have a skill set. You don't really have, your skills are not really sharp. Now, as for me, I've been in this space for a long time, going on like 19 years or whatever. So I've developed a lot of skills on the way, right? I've developed on how to negotiate, loads, right? I've studied and took a lot of courses and read a lot of books on negotiating. Just started negotiating, right? And how to like talk with people, right? I've also went through I've booked so many loads in my life and negotiated back and forth with brokers and direct shippers so many times to where I've learned how to negotiate real good and negotiate better. I've learned the logistical part of it, right? I've actually driven these trucks for years, right? So I have a visual of what's going on, and when they're telling me about a load, I actually understand about the load, right? So that's a skill set I have negotiating. That's a skill set I have from driving a truck, right? I know how it feels to be a driver, so I know how to talk with my drivers. I know which loads they're gonna want to, for them to take the load versus turning the load down, right? I know how to, have the skill of like picking good loads that make sense, right? That's actually gonna make the driver and the owner operator a profit, right? Not just, it's just a load that has a high gross, right? I've studied how to, like, I've actually sat down for hours and went through the load board and just studied how does it work. I went on load board training, right? Now, even though I've been doing this for so many years, I still take training, like to this day, right? I still sign up for live webinars, stuff like that for, load board training, right? So I know how to, I've developed a skill on how to calculate profit and loss and cost per mile and, all of these things, right? So with all these skill sets, right, that helps me make more money than the average owner operator, an average dispatcher per week, right? That takes me out of that 5 to, I would say like 5 to 7 range or 4 to 7,000 range. And that puts me in that 10 to 15, 15 to 20 or 10 to $20,000 range per week, right? Because of these things, you know what I'm saying? Another thing that is very, very big that a lot of people just don't do or don't have or don't possess is basically they don't commit. Hopefully I spelled that right. right? Not a speller. I'm a numbers guy. They don't really commit, right? Listen, first thing I do is in the morning is this. I jump in front of the computer 7 a.m. I'm in front of the computer 7 a.m. Not, I'm like walking up to the computer. I'm in front of the computer no matter where I'm at. I could be on vacation. I can be whatever. Even if I'm driving or something, might be bringing my kids to school or whatever. I'm in front of the load board 7 a.m. All right, I can see it, right? I see what's going on. I'm looking at how the market is running, what's popping, on the load board, whether it's on the phone or whether it's, on the computer. And I don't most likely shut down at like 5 p.m. So I'm committed, I'm dedicated to what I'm doing all day. So where one dispatcher might get up and they don't get in front of the load board until like 8, 9 o'clock, right? I'm in front of that 7. Even if all my trucks are booked, I'm still gonna go because I might see something for the next day or the next 2-3 days for when they drop, whatever, right? So I'm in front of the load board early in the morning, sometimes 6 a.m., right? But, mostly 7 a.m., right? So another thing is I commit to the process every day, right? Remember, in the beginning about the mindset. So I come into it with a good mindset and I'm going to commit that today is going to be a great day. And whatever happens today, I'm not going to let it stop me. We're going to be great, right? Period. So however long it takes to get the job done, I'm going to commit to that, right? If it's I got one, sometimes, especially like on a Friday or something, sometimes it might take all the way from 7 in the morning to like 2, 3 in the evening to get a load, right? Now for me, it's Friday. I basically work from home. I can have the mindset of like, man, it's Friday. I'm going chill. I'm going like, come on, man. I'm gonna, work from my phone, or hey, man, there's no really loads out there. We just gotta wait till tomorrow or till Monday or whatever like that. That's not the position that I take. I take the position that we all in this together, and I'm gonna dedicate myself, right? And I'm gonna sit there all day, no matter how long it takes. I'm gonna look on the load board. I'm gonna send emails. I'm gonna call brokers. I'm gonna try to put partials together. Whatever it takes, I'm gonna look for a load the next day. Maybe it can day hit. We gotta figure this out because we have a quota to meet, right? And our minimum is 10,000. That's minimum. That's not what we're shooting for. Minimum is 10,000, right? So, whether it's, a driver has like broken down and I gotta help him look for a tire shop, look for a mechanic shop, look for, how far is this, from you, or maybe let me help you strategize with dropping the trailer and then maybe you could day hit over here or whatever it is, right? Helping them route, helping them with an alternate route. Hey, they got the permits wrong. All these things, right? These are things that I do to basically make sure that my trucks is getting in that $10,000 to $20,000 range with the type of equipment that we have, right? Almost every single week, all right? So if this video was any value to you, please make sure to hit the like button. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. And another thing, if you want to, in the near future, I am putting together a mentorship program. If you're a freight dispatcher, you're an owner operator, or you're wanting to become either one, shoot me a text at 985-326-1699. Just let me know that you're interested. I'll put your name on a list, and when this comes out and I start offering this product, I will hit you up and let you know, and you can take advantage of it or not. But either way, this is Marco with Trucking the Cash Flow. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.